So one thing that is very important for the media economy, for media outlets, is the traffic acquisition, getting the users back to their website, back into their apps, to their social media channels like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. And next to me, there's Sunnie Huang from the Economist. And you're big in email marketing. So email marketing is still alive. So what do you do to get back your users on your media outlets?
Absolutely. It's funny how I was trying to explain to my mom about my new job, about emails. It's really difficult to get her excited about the media that's been around for decades. So one of the big advantages to see about emails, it helps publishers build and maintain a direct relationship with their audience by delivering our content straight to their inbox and oftentimes straight to the lock screen. Email is also finishable, so I think people find it refreshing compared to endless scroll on social media platforms. Email is also incredibly simple to launch. With services like MailChimp, you could practically build a prototype overnight and start testing in an live environment.
Okay. So you're prototyping as well with email. So it's a lot about personalization. So the subject line, the salutation, then putting more than one topic into the newsletter or the email, or just a bunch of topics. So what is your best practice? What is your success factor?
Mm-hmm. Because email is such a versatile format, because it's versatile, simple, email newsletters could be a sandbox for publishers to test formats, to test different channels, test different content ideas. So it's all about testing.
So that does also mean you could test content formats like article formats, what content works best in terms of duration, conversion rate, click rate, whatever.
And that's the best part about emails as well, because we have control over the content, we have control over the delivery method, we have control over the target audience. At the end of the day, we have control over the data, so we can use data to inform our decision making.
But we now are talking about owned media, so your owned audience, so you have to have all the email addresses. How do you get them?
Couple ways. So to drive subscription for a newsletter, we could use social media, for example, to release call to actions on social media to get people to sign up. Or we could use plug-in boxes on our website to get people who have read a story, who want to consume more, to get them to sign up for newsletters. Also, a cross-promotion. You could drive subscription for other newsletters within newsletters.
What is your experience with the call to action? So what is the best invitation for a user to sign up for the newsletter of a media outlet?
Mm-hmm. Still early days. It's been, I've been in my new role for about 2 months, so we're still at the early days. But I think it doesn't matter how appealing individual newsletters are. It has to work. It has to be aligned with your digital offering. So it has to offer readers a smooth reading experience from different platforms and different channels.
So let's talk more about personalization and different test methods like A/B testing, split run test, and so on. So how many tests do you do at the same time?
As many as you want, really. Like I said, newsletters is such a simple format. It doesn't have a lot of usability issues, just like the website or like app, which would take months of testing before you could produce a prototype to be tested in a live environment. So with newsletters, we have multiple tests going on The Economist right now to really gauge the audience interest.
And it sounds a little bit like a no-brainer. So send out newsletters to your users, to your readers, and you get them back to your website. Is it also easy to get users into your app or into other platforms?
Mm-hmm. So currently I'm working on our, my previous role was with social media, so our off-platform team. Currently I'm working on our on-platform team. And what I've noticed is how much synergy there is we share between different platforms. So I could see a virtual cycle when people say, through social media, we drive them back to the website, and through website, we encourage them to sign up for subscription. And for subscribers, we encourage them to download the app. And for the app, we ask people to sign up for subscriber-only newsletters to get the most of their value packages. It's a virtual cycle and see a lot of synergy within different platforms.
You just mentioned the almost countless amount of data you have with email. So you know from what device someone signed up, you know on what device is someone reading the mail and returning to your website. How long does it take between you send out the email and then the user responds to the email? So how do you earn all the experiences from that knowledge?
Right. Well, I think there's a difference between data and getting actionable insights out of the data. In this day and age, getting data is easy. It's all over the place, both through native platforms or through third-party analytics. But evaluating the reliability and validity of data takes different types of skills. That's why we work closely with our data analytics team to help us to use data to inform decision making.
Have you ever tried a kind of a prescription or subscription by a payment system? So a newsletter service where people have to pay for?
That's not on the agenda right now, but I'm not ruling this out. Like I said, it's early days.
Okay. Cool. Are there any recommendations for other publishers? What they should do when they just like in the ages of sending newsletters, like every week, same newsletter, same style, same target group?
Yeah, so I think of newsletters as individual puzzle pieces. Currently, we have a few puzzle pieces scattered around the room, but what we really need is the bigger frames, the bigger picture, so we know where these puzzle pieces go. So I encourage publishers to figure out their newsletter strategy before they dive into launching a gazillion newsletters.
So can you define all these puzzle pieces?
Yeah, so these puzzle pieces are individual newsletters, which are perfectly unique. But like I said, it doesn't matter how appealing individual newsletters are. It has to fit with it has to be aligned with your digital strategy.
But the newsletter itself has also different puzzle pieces, like the beginning of the letter, what kind of media can you put in, like rich media objects? Are they preloaded in the email program or whatever?
Absolutely, you get to shape the shape of the puzzle pieces, but at the end of the day, you need to have the bigger frame.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you for being my
Thanks
guest
for
here.
having me.